How have you been celebrating this week since the fight night?
Just grand and watching loads of Japanese kickboxing again. Actually, the night I won the fight, I go to the hotel with my girlfriend, and then I'm lying in bed, she's asleep and I can't sleep because you can't sleep after a fight. I'm just lying there waiting for ages and think, I can't get to sleep, I'm going to watch some kickboxing. So I watched some K1 World Grand Prix stuff, like the K Rush event. And it's funny because in my fight it was just spamming loads of calf kick. And I can't get to sleep after my fight, so I think I'll watch some kickboxing. And the fight I randomly picked is just loads of calf kicks. That's become a big thing in kickboxing as well.
It was a bit of like a battle of the calf kicks, so because you were chucking them, you were throwing them, he was throwing them, like it was going both ways.
Yeah, he landed two good ones. I just made sure, even if he landed, I checked a few Aldo style where he just kind of pulled the knee back. But even if he landed his, I'd make sure I'd follow back with 2 or 3 punches. I'd force him back into the fence. Yeah. Whereas when I landed mine, he did a spin. He was like 360 no scoping.
Bungo was throwing like a lot of wild stuff in the fight, like spinning back fist, like knees up, flying knee up the middle. What was it like? Were you anticipating a lot of that stuff coming?
Yeah, I was anticipating a lot of that. The main thing he was trying to do was pull my head down into a knee or throw an elbow. I think he was expecting me to reach right in for a body hook. But I kind of threw my body hooks from like a upright kind of posture. Then he would try and grab the back of my head and I'd just tackle his mouth. Make a tackle and just push him away. I got a lot of inspiration off Masato versus Blackout, their rematch in 2007, where Masato like hits an uppercut and then pushes him off. Masato was generally just a really good study in throwing combination punches and then just pushing away. Obviously it's like kickboxing, so a lot more people just glove up so you can just push both gloves.
Yeah.
But there's loads of little frames and nuances and like forearm frames. But yeah, I was really keenly aware of the knees and the elbows, partly because he throws them a lot. But the day before they were saying how, because it's in the BT Sports studio, they'd be less keen to let a fight go on through the blood. So if you got a bad cut, it might end quicker.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, if I just took one stupid elbow and lost my belt off a cut from one stupid elbow or one stupid knee, it would be, extra devastating.
When you caught Chris with the final body shot in the fight, did you feel then that you'd ended it and that he was going to go over?
Yeah, so because liver shots are pretty delayed. When I landed it first, I wasn't even thinking that I've landed a good shot. I mean, you can see on the replay, I immediately just put my hand under his chin and push him. I'm just thinking, don't clinch me. I'm just in the process. And then when he puts his face towards the mat, I kind of see him, he's clocked out here. He's not going to come back. It's kind of just this formality where I'm doing these little tiny punches until Mark Goddard gets in. But that's the thing with liver shots, is you never load them up and think this is going to be the one. You just pop your arm out, and if it catches him at the right time when you've got your body weight into it, it'll do damage. Right, and I've landed a lot of liver shots before that, and I did the same thing. Liver shot, push away. Liver shot, in the right hand. Just moving on to the next thing. I think just the key to a good liver shot is no effort.
Yeah.
If you tensed up and threw it as hard as you can, it probably won't be that good.
Yeah.
You need your arm to be a noodle. And just pop it, and just kind of tense your hand in the last second.
I think it was an Instagram post Pete, your coach, made after the fight, and he was saying, I think he said the same skills, but just developing them even better. But what sort of your thoughts on that?
So he was talking about being creative within your set of skills, because sometimes it's like people seek to go to the gym with the toughest fighters and train with the toughest fighters all the time. If you're always pushing it like that, you never grow in that playful space. And it's that playful space is what allows you to develop new setups and new attacks and kind of branch everything together like it's a tree, like it's just a big tree of techniques. So that's part of what he was on about there. It's hard to be playful, especially if you're going hard with each other all the time. Jumping into unfamiliar circumstances all the time. You need that level of trust with people where you can just play and develop techniques. Because this liver shot, there's 3 knockouts now with that liver shot. every one is a different set. So Truman, I go hook, uppercut, body hook. Against Driscoll, I feint upstairs and then go to the body. I feint with my left and then go to the body. Against Chris Bungard, I do the Canelo, I throw my right hand out and then hit the left hook to the body. 3 completely different setups. And I've got 10, 20, 30 more if I was just to sit and write them down, liver shot setups that I use in sparring. There's absolutely loads, and that comes from being in an environment where you can be playful with it. It's funny actually, because when I bumped into Paddy in the hotel, he said, "Oh yeah, you're going to finish it with liver shots." In the back of my head, I thought 3rd round, and I'm going to finish it with an uppercut or a knee. That's what I thought. I just thought, he's going to put his head down on a takedown, ping, uppercut, ping, knee. And then it was just a liver shot again. But it's not like I was looking for it. I was thinking it was going to be a right hand attack, but it was a liver shot. When I'm fighting these wrestlers and people want to take me down, if I hit that body shot, I can't duck under it. You have to get really low to duck under a body shot, and the chances are, if you're trying to duck that low under a body shot, it's going to hit you in the face. Yeah. It's just a really good weapon against people trying to take you down.
Was it a single leg I think he had at one point? Was there, and I think he drove you back towards the fence?
Yeah,
did he nearly sort of, how close were you to going down?
I don't feel like I was close at all, really. Because I have these exchanges with Abdul, and if I manage to defend, it's like I've got to defend for like a minute and a half and scramble for my life to defend these takedowns from Abdul or his brother Faramos in the gym. Whereas in that one, he kind of went for it a bit. It was like 15 seconds, and I immediately felt that big gasp of air. He tensed up, didn't get it, and then gave up when he had that gasp of air, which is when I amped the pressure up even more. I listen to this song before the start of every warm-up. The start of every warm-up for a fight is listening to this song and dancing around the warm-up room. It's kind of like, instead of just starting shadowboxing, and then if you've got any stiffness at all, it kind of starts when you're shadowboxing, and then it drags through when you do a bit of grappling and pads to warm up. And each stage of the warm-up, it kind of compounds. You do a little dance and jump around like an idiot to some Beyonce at the start, and it just kind of evaporates and you can just get on with your warm-up.
What's the rest of the year look like for you now, mate? I know you said earlier about not sparring for the rest of the month.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to gain anything extra by sparring or putting any hard digs in. The amount of fight camps I've had that have been for 5 round fights, it's just different training for 5 rounds and getting those extra spars in. So I'm going to do loads of volumes of grappling, lift some weights, keep in shape, do absolutely loads of pad work, bag work. Probably train over Christmas because there won't be anything going on anyway, and just come into January super fit, ready to jump back in sparring. If I have to guess, probably March. It seems like March might be, from the rumblings I'm hearing, might be the most realistic time.
Yeah. Call off the UFC. I think that's likely at this point.
I think that's likely. Not many Cage Warriors champions have to defend twice.
Yeah.
I've been offered before, and there's all sorts of talks of returns to the UK in early next year. It just makes sense. Plus, I'm a finisher, you know. I've finished 5 last fights. I've been entertaining in all these fights. I watch some UFC prelims. I don't understand how they've got their opportunity. They're just kind of jumping around. They're doing street beef grappling. They're throwing like 3 jabs and an inside leg kick in a round and calling themselves fighters. I don't understand it. It's, you know, they get contracts, so
yeah.
I'm out here finishing people and throwing like 100 strikes around them.
Yeah.
Easy.
You see it as a big jump up in opponent going to the UFC?
It can be, and it might not be. You know, Driscoll, like Kyle Driscoll, was a UFC level opponent. He won on the Contender Series. It depends who you get. It could be some super tough Dagestani that you've never heard of, or it could be some of these fucking Finooks who just kind of throw 3 jabs and a low kick and have a nice haircut and call themselves fighters.